Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing another reading vlog. I'm on a roll this month with the reading vlogs because you guys wanted them, although the YouTube algorithm hates them. So in this one, I am just mood reading for a week. So I'm taking you with me for a week. I'm just mood reading, picking up whatever I feel like reading. Most likely sad, depressing, depraved things. And hopefully you don't hate this. So stay tuned if you want some book reviews. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. I post tons of horror, extreme horror, and mostly lately lit fic videos. So if you like those genres, you want to see some reviews, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss my future videos. And let's just get to mood reading. So here's the situation. I'm a bad YouTuber. Not really, but yes, I am. I said that I was gonna do this like April Vlogmas thing where I was gonna like vlog multiple times a week. That lasted 2 days. I don't know. I'm continuing the vlogs right now. I started a new medication for my headaches and migraines and dizziness and everything that's been going on. I have some like occipital nerve issues going on also. So my doctor started me on an SNRI and I got so sick, like the worst flu in the entire world kind of sick, and I was going crazy. I was like manic, but like crying. It was so bad. I literally took it for like 2 days and I couldn't tolerate it anymore and I stopped, and the doctor's like, just keep taking it, it'll get better. And I'm like, I literally can't do my job. Like, what do you want me to do? So I stopped taking it, but I couldn't read during those days because I was going fucking crazy. Moods change every freaking hour of the day. And with this whole like breast cancer scare thing going on, I've been like literally blocking out my mind. Like I've been putting off calling the doctor for like days now because I just can't sit down and like think about it. I don't even want to think about like doctor's appointments, etc. And like I have to go in a few days to get nerve blocks in the back of my head, and like I don't even want to think about it. That's just like the state of my anxiety. Like my defense mechanism to protect myself right now is to just not think. So anyways, I have been the point of this story is I've been picking up books and then just like DNFing or like I just don't want to read. So this is just going to be a vlog of me reading whatever I want to, just mood reading random books, random genres, whatever sticks in my little brain. And the first one I picked up is Less Than Zero by Bret Easton Ellis. I've owned this book for forever. I don't know why I never read it because I love Bret Easton Ellis. But this book, we're following Clay. He's 18 years old and you're just following him with all his friends as he navigates a life full of drugs and sex in LA. So yeah, him and his friends have been, you know, exposed to drugs and sex, etc. at a very young age. And this takes place in the 80s, I think. Basically just following them doing drugs. Like that's this whole book. That's the whole book. You know, and just like the emptiness and shallowness in LA in the 80s. That's kind of what's going on. But this book is like, when I say that this feels manic, this is like non-stop rambling manic. I don't even know. It reads like I'm on cocaine because it's just like I did this and then I did this and then I did that and then I did this and then I did this and then I did that and then I did, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like it's kind of a book about nothing. So it's boring, but then the dialogue kicks in, and like Bret Easton Ellis is so great at writing dialogue, and then you're kind of like sucked in. But then there are so many friends that he introduces you to, and I don't know who is who. I can't keep them straight in my brain because it's like this person did this and then that person did this and then this is happening to that person and then this is, I'm like, what is going on? But despite all the rambling and boring aspects of this book, like, it's still written well and I still want to find out what the hell is the purpose of this book. So I'm intrigued. I don't know how to feel about it. I'm probably 60% through and I'm kind of like, what the fuck? I don't know. I'm intrigued. I like it, but I don't know why. So anyways, then I picked up this book called Shark Heart. This is like a literary fiction book, and it is centered around this man. I have to keep looking at my watch because I have to clock in to work in like 4 minutes. But this book is centered around this man who finds out that he's turning into a great white shark. Yes, you heard me correctly. He's turning into a great white shark. And he finds out that he only has like 10 months left of being a human or something. And following him and his girlfriend, fiance, girlfriend, wife, whatever. His wife. And you're following them. You're getting both POVs, and it's just like the grieving process of them knowing, you know, that they're not going to be together in a few months. And it's kind of, you know, a symbolism, a metaphor for chronic illness, progressive illness, disease, finding that you're at the end of your life, and just like that grieving process that goes on. And especially like if you are in a relationship with someone that has a chronic progressive illness, or you are that person going through that and navigating being with someone during that time and how difficult it is. And this is written so beautifully. Like, I mean, so beautifully. I can't really describe it. Like, the guy is a theater teacher, so some of the chapters will start with like scene, and then it, you know, plays out like a play. But then I don't even know how to describe this. There are some flashback chapters of like his wife when she was 18, his wife when she was 9, and there are a lot of pages that look just like this, where there's just like one paragraph per page. I don't even know how to describe this writing other than it's like very unique and beautiful. It's very poetic, but in a way that makes sense. I am not someone that reads like flowery, poetic writing. It usually doesn't make sense to me. This makes perfect sense, but it's like, it's so heartfelt and like gut-wrenching at times. I'm on page 79. I'm not super far into it. It's like 400 pages, but like you saw, a lot of pages have like one paragraph per page. It's just really, really beautiful, and it's kind of fucking me up a little bit being someone that has a whole bunch of chronic illnesses. Also, you know, like being in a relationship with someone and kind of how they feel when you're going through these things, and it's really hard. So yeah, this one's kind of fucking me up. This one is intriguing me, but I'm not sure as to why. And yeah, I will kind of update you throughout the rest of the week as far as what I'm reading. Hi, so it's later in the day. I have a little update. So I've been reading Shark Heart while working because superstar. I'm on page 166 and like it's kind of losing me a little bit. I don't know. It was really emotional and heartfelt, and like bits and pieces of it still are, but I don't know, this whole like play aspect, like the scenes with the play are kind of like cringy to me. And there's this like thing that the author keeps doing where there's a woman who is pregnant and she is known as the tiny pregnant woman, and literally every time she introduces this woman, she's like the tiny pregnant woman over and over and over. And this woman's like pregnant with birds, and there's a lot of commentary on like abortion and like she's not allowed to get an abortion, and it's just like a lot of commentary on that, which I get the point, and like it's unique, and I like that aspect. But and then the husband, his wife's name is Wren, and every time he introduces her, he says, Wren, you know, like the bird. Every single time. If this was my husband, I would, I don't know, I would be yelling at him because this is annoying. And yeah, otherwise it's kind of like dragging a little bit. Like, it's not as interesting as it was in the beginning. I'm still interested. I still like the writing. I'm still into like the commentary that's going on, like the bigger picture, but I don't know. There's just little things that are starting to drive me insane, but I'm also in a really shitty mood today. Like, this day can just go get fucked. So maybe that's why. Maybe that's why. But side note, I look like such shit right now. I found what is going on with me? I found the best sweatpants known to mankind. Okay, and this sweatshirt, both the sweatpants and the sweatshirt are from Abercrombie. Someone was like, hey, I know the best sweatpants, and I was like, girl, spill the tea. And she said the Abercrombie Sunday Essentials or something like that. I actually made a like to know account. It'll be in the description box down below, where, you know, where like influencers post their outfits and stuff. I'm using it to post my favorite things that I come across, and I added actually 2 posts on there for my sweatpants, and because I'm a sweatpants loungewear girl. And when I tell you these are the best sweatpants ever, these are the best sweatpants that have ever existed. They are so comfy, so cozy. They have this waistband, but they don't squeeze your stomach. They fit true to size. I am obsessed. I'm hoping they don't shrink or get weird in the wash, because that's always the case with things. But no, I'm obsessed. This sweatshirt, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. I bought 3 more pairs. Love them so much. But anyways, I needed to share because I don't want to gatekeep these secrets any longer. Anyways, I have to go back to work. My cat just knocked a 1,000 piece puzzle down the steps, and my uterus is contracting, and look at me. I will see you tomorrow, I think. Okay, besties, here's the situation. I finished both of these books. I finished Less Than Zero yesterday. Duh. Today's Saturday. I've been literally running around all day. I have so much cleaning to do. It's 5 o'clock at night, and I only got like a tiny bit of cleaning done this morning. I had to go grocery shopping. My dog was sick, peed, shit, and threw up everywhere. So I was like scrubbing the carpets. There's still pee everywhere. I still have to go out and clean the carpets again. This has been my day. I feel sick. I've been eating nothing but cheesecake for 2 days. This is a trauma dump now. I've been eating nothing but cheesecake for 2 days. Normally I eat really healthy. I'm having a nervous breakdown, so I've been eating cheesecake, and now I feel sick. And like lots of like sugar and sweets they do things to me, okay? They do not work well with my body, but it's just what my body wanted, and now I'm paying the price. All my muscles in my body feel like they're being ripped off the bone today, and my stomach kills me. I don't know, don't ask, but yeah, that's been my day today, and I've been filming for about 3 hours now, so I'm exhausted and I'm sweaty, and if you see me in the same freaking getup for like multiple videos, that's why. But yeah, last night I finished this book and I liked it. So it is kind of a rambly mess. It does kind of feel like he was on a cocaine binge manic episode while writing this. I don't know how else to describe this. It's like, I did this and then I did that and then this person did this and then we did that, and it gets like a bunch of nonsense that you don't really care to know about. But like I was saying, he writes dialogue really well. There was a point in the book where I started caring about what was happening. I wanted to know like what was happening with these people. And it got more and more interesting and more bleak and really fucked up and disturbing at the end. The ending was, it just got real fucked up out of nowhere. And I just love the exploration of shitty people doing shitty things. I love that in books. I love shitty people who do shitty things, okay? The exploration of nihilism and this emptiness that they feel, like these kids have all this money and they get to do whatever they want. Like they're still searching for something because they still feel this like void and this emptiness, and just the exploration of like the shallowness of what is going on. And I don't know, I just really ended up liking this, and I love the ending. I love where this book went. Like I said, it was dark and fucked up, and there is, like I said, I do have the sequel, so I'm gonna be reading that one soon, and I hear that one's also like bleak and fucked up, so I'm excited. I don't know. I liked this. I gave it 4 stars. I'm not the best at communicating my feelings on this book because, like I said, it's kind of just like a mess, but it's like a good mess. I don't know. But anyways, then I am like delusional after sitting here for 3 hours. Then I started, or I finished Shark Heart, and this one, loved the first act, right? The second act, like I said, it kind of took this turn. You're following this woman who was pregnant with birds, and then all of a sudden you're getting the POV from Ren's mom, and you learn all about her mom and her mom's childhood and her mom's marriage and when she was pregnant with her and Ren's childhood, and it kind of got a little bit like, it was still like sad and heartfelt, and I get it, but at the same time I was like, why are we learning about her mom? Like it kind of just got boring to me. And then the third act happened, and like I did not like the way that this book ended. Like I feel like a lot of it was just like useless information that I didn't give a shit about. Like it got really boring and weird at the end. And I don't know, I feel like this is a great book in terms of commentary and in terms, my camera battery just died. And in terms of like exploration of grief, like I feel like this book could have been a really great 5-star read for me. But and it is a really great 5-star read for a lot of people, but unfortunately for me, it just kind of missed the mark. I don't know. It was just trying to do too much that didn't, I just don't know if the bigger picture was there. You know, like I just don't know if it did what it was supposed to do. I went with 3 stars. I think it was okay. I liked it. I would recommend it to certain people, but for me personally, I'm not obsessed with it. And I thought that this would hit me a little bit harder than it did, considering I'm someone that's chronically ill, and I'm someone that like, you know, like struggles with relationships and other people because I'm so chronically ill, and also I'm going through a cancer scare right now. So I thought that this would impact me a little bit more than it did, but I was just kind of like meh for a lot of the book. So I don't know. I went with 3 stars. I think it was okay. I think the writing was beautiful, but it just kind of missed the mark for me. Yeah. That is that. Last night I started Acts of Desperation. This one kind of seems like it's going to be a slay for me, but we'll see. I only read 20 pages, but we're following this woman that's like has attachment issues and has codependency issues, and she gets very obsessive. She's obsessed with love and being in love, and she falls in love with this guy, and now she's like obsessed with him, and we're just following her with like her obsessive romantic obsession. I just said the word obsession 95 times, but she's kind of like me, but a little bit crazier. I have obsessive attachment issues. If you couldn't tell by being on my channel, the way that I'm obsessed with everyone and everything at all times. I have like the most obsessive personality to the point where I think I probably scare people. This is kind of like a little bit more unhinged version of me. I don't think I'm that crazy. Well, I'm crazy, but it's more so like internally. I don't really project it onto other people. So we'll see. We'll see how crazy this girl is. But, you know, I kind of relate a little bit. We'll see. We'll see. I'm only 20 pages in, but yeah, so that's what's been going on with me. I've been cleaning up puke and poop all day long and pee. I don't know what's going on with my dog. She can only function on antibiotics. She keeps getting like chronic UTIs, and then she has little potty issues and like, yeah. I was supposed to get blood work today. I was supposed to get a neck x-ray today. Didn't have time. I'm probably going to call off work on Monday so I can go get my chores and errands done. And I also have guys coming over to clean out the air conditioning vents. So there's just going to be a whole bunch of strangers in my house for like 4 hours on Monday. And I have to work. So I was like, I might just call off work and like go do my errands while they're here, because I don't want to. First of all, I hate strange men, and second of all, I hate like inviting strange men into my home and then I have to like sit here and talk to them. Like, no, I can't. That's that. That's my day today. I need to go eat like real dinner and not cheesecake. I should have showed you the cheesecake, but I ate it before I could show you. Okay, hi, I'm a crazy person right now. I am breaking out the phone to do a car vlog today. So it's like 2 days later since I've checked in. It's Monday. I had to call off work today because my apartment, so our air conditioner has been broken and it reeks. Like it works, but it smells so horrible, like dust and mildew, and like it makes my entire face swell up. I've been getting like vertigo. Maintenance has looked at it. So now they have a company coming out to like clean the ducts, which I don't even know if that does anything. Anyways, they have this company coming out and they're like, well, they're probably going to be there for a few hours and it's loud. And I'm like, okay, well, I work from home. So what do you want me to do? Because I'm on the phone all day. So I called off work and then I was like, okay, well, I have to go get blood work. I have to go get an x-ray of my neck, and then I have to go see my neurologist today. He's going to do nerve blocks, occipital nerve blocks. So I'm getting lidocaine injected into the occipital nerves on both sides in the back of my head. Please hold. And the goal with that, hopefully, is to, since I've been having such bad neck pain and headaches, we're like in between, like, is it an orthopedic issue with the muscles? Is it a nerve issue ever since I like fell and got a concussion or whatever? So we're trying to do the nerve blocks to see if calming down those nerves helps with the headaches and the dizziness. So I know like a lot of people that get chronic migraines get these injections, but I'm like scared because apparently it can cause like horrible pain temporarily for a few days. So we'll see, knock on wood. So anyways, yeah. Just catching you up on my week. Yesterday was Sunday. I pretty much did like chores, meal prepped a whole bunch of vegetables. I'm so lazy with cooking lately. I just take a whole bunch of vegetables and I roast them in the oven. I made jasmine rice and then like I'll just eat whatever meat that I have throughout the week. And that's my dinner. So I did that, and then my dad came over and he was there for like 4 hours and talked about Diddy the entire time. My dad should be like an FBI agent. I don't know. He knows so much information. I'm like, how do you even know all this? He said he's been studying it for 10 days now. So yeah, that was my day yesterday. I actually read oh my God, I'm so bad. Play It As It Lays, right? That's the name of it, by Joan Didion. I'm so bad with like names if the book's not in front of me. But anyways, I'll pop it up on the screen here. I read the entire book yesterday. It was a very quick read. So this book takes place in the 1960s. So we're following this woman, Maria. Basically, you know, both of her parents were like addicted to gambling. She had kind of like a rough upbringing. And now she got involved with this actor and they ended up getting married. He put her in like 2 movies that became like successful. So she's wrapped up in this like LA Hollywood lifestyle. I mean, how fitting, talking about Diddy. So she's kind of like wrapped up with all these like shitty people, and everything is so like superficial and shallow and empty. And she ends up, you know, we kind of get some glimpses that her husband is not the best man in the world, you know, and she ends up having an affair and becomes pregnant with this other man's child. That's all I'm gonna say. It's very bleak. It's very depressing. It's very, like, you just feel empty reading this book. And we're following her like downward spiral after that happened, and kind of everything that takes place after that, and how she slowly like wants to start cutting off these people in her life, and what happens when she starts doing that, and how people, you know, make her feel, and the gaslighting that goes on. And some of it was just so horrific. But the thing is, I was expecting to be a little bit more depressed than I was. But to be fair, like, I'm just depressed every day. So not much gets to me anymore. It's kind of hit or miss. Like, some things really get to me. Some things just leave me feeling even more empty than I already am. So, I mean, I wasn't as depressed as I expected to be reading this, but it is very bleak and depressing. Keep that in mind. So, the thing is, Joan's writing, it's interesting because I read Less Than Zero by Bret Easton Ellis. Now I read this book and the writing is similar. So it's like this hazy, kind of disoriented writing where you don't get every detail of what's going on. Like, some books are so highly detailed, you get every single thought, every single thing that happens in a character's mind and life. And this isn't like that. This is very short, quick little chapters. You're just getting what you need to know. And there's a lot that you have to like fill in the blanks for. There's a lot that's open to your interpretation as a reader, which isn't always my favorite thing, but like, I also like it at the same time. I don't know. I think it depends on how it's done, but it's like you're only getting little bits and pieces of information and you have to figure the rest out, you know? So there were a lot of like side characters that were not fully developed, that sometimes I had no clue who the hell they were. So little things like that I wasn't a huge fan of. And that's exactly how I felt about Less Than Zero by Bret Easton Ellis. I felt very similar about both books. I really liked both books. I think both of them are extremely talented. I think both of them were extremely bleak and empty, and explored nihilism and just empty, hollow, shitty side of humanity, and how you feel when you're depressed and have no emotions. You literally feel nothing. And she talks about feeling nothing multiple times throughout this book, and it was very similar as to how I feel with my depression. So I like that, and the ending was super bleak. Loved it. So I ended up giving this 4 stars. But I see the similarities, like I was saying, in this and in Less Than Zero. And it's like, now I see he probably got inspiration from this book, and it's that whole like LA lifestyle sort of thing going on. And then even like Chandler Morrison, I see, but I do see like the similarities in his writing. Like, it's all making sense now. Everything is coming full circle with all of the books that I've been reading recently. And I love that. Like, I feel like I just had a come to Jesus moment. I did really like this one. I did kind of want to jump off a cliff after reading it. Like, I just kind of sat there and stared at the wall for like an hour last night, trying to like wrap my head around what I just read and trying to process that. So yeah, that is that book. Okay, so I'm vlogging in my car again. I just got home. I have these stupid things here from my sunglasses. I hate when my sunglasses leave little indentations here. So I just got home. I can't go inside to vlog and get out my camera because the guy is still here cleaning out the air conditioning ducts. This is a nightmare. No one believed me. No one believed me. I was like, the air conditioner reeks. It smells like dust. It smells like mildew. It is disgusting. My whole face was swelling up. Like I said, I was getting headaches. It was so bad. And like the one maintenance man came over and he was like, I don't smell anything. No one smells anything. Everyone that comes over doesn't smell anything. And I'm like, there's something going on. So they, you know, called this company to come out and clean them. And the guy says to me, this is disgusting. He literally took the vents off and showed me. And he was like, this looks like it's never been cleaned. It is so covered in dust. Every single vent was so like caked with dust and mold and disgusting. I've been breathing that in for 2 years now. And he was like, oh my God, this is so bad. And I was like, thank you. Thank you, random man. I've never needed validation from a man more than I do right now. Okay? So he just validated me and I love him. So anyways, he's still here. He's been here for like 4 hours now. Anyways, I just got back from the neurologist. My head is completely numb. I got my nerve blocks. I can't feel my head. Like if I go like this, I just feel weird pressure. I don't feel my head. I don't have a headache, but I still have neck pain. So my x-ray already came back. It's completely normal. So there's nothing structurally wrong with my neck. It's definitely a muscular issue. And then the muscles are putting pressure on the nerves and I'm getting headaches and dizzy and stuff. So my physical therapist was right. I was right. My neurologist is like, well, let's try the nerve blocks. If they don't do anything, like he thinks I probably need to see a pain management doctor and a physical therapist again to work on my muscles to see if they can like inject my muscles. Because I told him, I was like, I'm not taking meds anymore. I'm not taking SNRIs. I'm not taking SSRIs. I'm not increasing my gabapentin. Like, I'm just done. I'm done with meds. And he respected that. So that's where we're at. My head is completely numb. I'm going to go inside and try to read Acts of Desperation. Is that the name of the book? Try to read as much as I can. I just got ARCs from McKay and from A.W. Mason. So I'm like really excited to start my videos for those. Yeah, I'm going to keep trying to vlog everything that I'm reading this month. It's kind of a lot, but it's kind of keeping me sane. I don't know. I like vlogging. So yeah, I'm going to go inside and deal with this. The noise is so bad in there. I want to die. The animals are freaking out. They're trying to kill each other. It's a whole thing. So yeah, I am going to go take care of that. Hi babies! Hopefully the lighting is okay. I don't have my lights on, but it's a little bit later. I got through 76 pages of this book and I fucking love this so far. So we're following this unnamed 20-something narrator and basically you're following her throughout her relationship with this man. She like meets this man at this art exhibit, and he's a writer. And she's like, oh, he's a little bit older than me. You know, I've never seen anyone more beautiful in my life, blah, blah, blah. She falls completely in love with him. They enter this relationship, and like, you're following her throughout 2 different timelines, like past and present, and just how horribly toxic this relationship is, and her thought process throughout the relationship, and like how this man treats her. You're really following her like feminine rage and the way that she basically gaslights herself. Like she is so obsessed with love and the idea of love that she doesn't care that this man is treating her like shit. She'll just be like, oh, I would rather, like, he won't put a label on their relationship because he's in love with his ex-girlfriend. I'm not giving anything away. So he's like still in love with his ex-girlfriend and still emails her and still reaches out to her all the time. And she's like, well, you know, he won't put a label on our relationship. And honestly, I would rather be nothing and in order to please him and have him in my life than to like put a label on it and upset him, sort of a thing. Like the way that her thought process is, like she's so codependent and such a people pleaser in order to like feel loved and fill this void that she has. And honestly, the writing's stunning, short little chapters, very, very beautifully done, very toxic. She's an alcoholic, so you're really just following her like emotional downward spiral, and then just the way that women are treated and the shit that women have to deal with on a daily basis, and like in regards to men. And I mean, this relationship is horrible. This is like a coming of age story. So far, this feels like a coming of age story where the main character doesn't learn anything. I mean, I don't know how the rest of the book is gonna go, but that's like how it feels so far. And we're kind of diving into some of her like trauma with her parents, and this is so beautifully done so far. I'm obsessed. I kind of see myself in this main character a little bit, because I'm a codependent person and I have a lot of mental health issues that I am trying to work on. But just the way that she's so like obsessed with wanting people to love her, it's so sad. Like it is so sad because I kind of find myself doing the same thing sometimes, and like, I don't know. This isn't a therapy session, but this kind of hits close to home for me a little bit. And just like the way that she talks about how like she feels nothing, she feels empty. It's like life is meaningless. Again, this entire theme of this vlog is life is meaningless. That's the overall gist here. But the way that she constantly feels empty like that, and she's like, the only way that I cannot feel empty is to fall in love with someone and like be codependent, basically. And yeah, that hit close to home. It really did. So I am going to keep reading this. I love this so far. I don't know. I can't say enough good things so far. Hopefully it doesn't let me down. I've been seeing a lot of like mixed reviews, but so far I'm obsessed. Hi, so I look horrible. I'm embarrassed that I even turned my camera on looking like this, featuring my full vacuum cleaner in the background for everyone that always notices. So, yeah, I feel like shit today. It's the next day. My neck and my head are bad. I'm exhausted. Hence the appearance. So I finished Acts of Desperation. I love this book so much. It's sad and depressing through and through. It's a sad girl lit fic book. It makes you want to jump out the freaking window. I'm not even kidding. I love this so much because I love shitty people who do shitty things, okay? That's the theme of this vlog. I love characters who are unlikable, and this main character is unlikable. She's just very mentally ill. She is a toxic person. She's dating a toxic person in this horribly toxic relationship, and you just learn like her thoughts and mental illness throughout the book and what makes her stay in this toxic relationship and what makes her so desperate for a man's love, and how she's trying to desperately like latch on to a guy and like have him be in love with her so that way she can kind of fill the void that's within her. And you know, like I was saying, we know that she struggles with such severe mental illness, and she's drinking all the time and having, you know, like she's just trying to self-medicate with alcohol and obsessing over men. Okay, that's what this book is about. It's the classic tale of you can't love someone unless you love yourself sort of a vibe. How she just keeps finding herself in these shitty situations and relationships because she doesn't love herself. And that's the main point of this book. I think the writing was absolutely beautiful. I think everything about this was stunning. It was so well done. Like, there are some quotes. It was already so near to impossible to say no to a man, so difficult to accept the possibility of being hurt or disliked or shouted at. It takes so much out of you to make yourself say no when you have been taught to say yes, to be accommodating, to make men happy. I kept saying how amazing I was, how brilliant my work must be, how great I looked, how special of a person I was. When in conversation I referred to having a bad day and not being able to work well, he immediately denied that such a thing was possible. I hate now for men to dote in this way, the ones who don't know me. Their praise lands uncertainly in the air somewhere between the two of us because it doesn't belong to me. I hate to hear them tell me what I am, even or especially when they think that what I am is kind or brilliant or beautiful. I hate when they insist that I have no faults, that my laziness or violence or cruelty simply don't exist. When they speak this way, I am even less in my body than usual, feeling the sickness of a stranger look me in the eye and describe what is not there. Like, the writing is beautiful. So many good quotes that I can relate to in different aspects of my life. Like I was saying, parts of this character I do feel I relate to in a way. I'm not as bad as this main character, but I definitely see where she's coming from, and that's why I appreciate these like morally gray, unlikable characters, because even if they're unlikable, chances are there's something in them that I can pick out and relate to in my own life and feelings and mental illness. So I loved this book so much. I think it was beautiful. It was triggering. There were some things that happened towards the end where things got more like triggering. So if you have any trigger warnings, definitely look this one up, I'd say. But you'll see, like, as the book goes on, she starts like spiraling in this relationship more and more, and you kind of see the chapters get shorter and shorter and more like erratic as she spirals downwards. And I think this was so well done. I love this so much. I can't say enough good things. Please go read this book, okay? If you like sad girl lit fic, go read this book. Okay, that was my quick little update. I wanted to make it quick because I don't feel well and I'm trying to get this video up for Friday. I'm still vlogging every single book that I read. It's just a thing that I have to do. Just let me do what I need to do, okay? So this video will probably be up Friday, and I am most likely jumping into an extreme horror vlog now because I have McKay's arc that I need to read. So I'm gonna stick that one in my next vlog probably. Yeah, if you read any of these books, definitely let me know, and I love you guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!